Here's our first look at the Techno HD-II Tabletop CNC Router. It has a 2136-inch process area, precision ball screws on all 3 axes, a 2 horsepower HSD high-frequency spindle, vacuum T-slot table for easy part fixturing, automatic tool calibration touch-off pad, and linear rails and bearings. It also has this easy-to-use handheld interface. It's homing right now, and this thing's ready to use right out of the box. We're simply going to set our origins for X, Y, and Z, and we're ready to run a program. Okay, now the machine's powered up, all we need to do is set the Z and the X and the Y location before we start our program. To do that, it's real simple. We just jog the machine in position, get it close, and then we'll use our auto touch-off block and our Z is set. To set our X and Y, we're just going to jog the machine to the corner of our material. I can put it into step mode, and I can get even closer. Once I'm happy with my spot, I just simply hit the X, Y equals 0 button. Ask me if I want to use this coordinate for X and Y. Just click OK. And now my X, Y, and Z are all saved and ready to go. Now I just need to grab a program and hit start. Alright, we are ready to run our Techno HD-II 2136 tabletop for the first time. We've got the dust collection hose plugged in. We're borrowing from the larger machine. We've also got the vacuum pump piped in. We're just piping that right out of the rear of the machine. And we're coming down, adapting to our larger vacuum hose. And we're going right into our large Becker vacuum pump. Again, borrowing that from the larger machine. It's real easy to bring a file over to the machine. Simply plug our USB into the back of the machine, and then we can scroll through the menu and pick the file. In the menu, we have USB files, and there we have hardly one. I just have to hit OK, and then one to load, and that file is ready to run. All we need to do now is hit the start button, and we're ready to go. This machine does have full override control at the machine, which means we can increase or decrease the feed rate if the program runs. We can also adjust the RPM of the spindle up or down as well. And that's all done on the fly in real time. One thing you'll notice is this machine has a 7.5-inch Z-axis clearance, which is quite impressive for a tabletop system. Also a variety of other options available for this machine. Dust collection, vacuum pump, the steel base with casters, which we've actually got equipped on this machine right now, which you can see. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to see new videos in the future. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at ptmachinery.net. Thank you. In this video, we're going to demonstrate how you can cut very accurate, very small parts that are usually difficult to hold down on a small tabletop Techno CNC router. So here's how we did it. We've got these custom clamps that we make in-house, and then we've got this aluminum bar that's been indicated to the table so we know it's straight, and then we've bolted that down using the T-slots as well. Now we'll simply grab our material. In this case it's just 25 thousandths thick brass. We're going to place that on our bar. Now using these clamps, I'm simply going to tighten this down. Now on these middle ones, we're just barely going to touch the edge so we can leave as much clearance as possible for the tool. Now everything's tightened down and we're ready to run our program. Now something else we've been working on is a quick tool change system adapter for this machine. So you can see we've got this device in here, and then we're utilizing these, which take an ER11 collet. And so now we just use a dial indicator, we drop gauge with these, and we have a whole set of matched drills that are all the same exact height. So we no longer need to do any Z setting on the machine. We can simply come in and drop these in and out really quickly with just a simple T-handle wrench. And that's ready to go. And now we can go drill to drill to drill, just dropping them in right here without using multiple large wrenches and taking the entire nut and collet off of this HSD spindle. Now, as we mentioned earlier, we are using a quick change system, but to do your initial Z height is still very simple on this machine. We have our automatic tool touch off device right here, and then I simply jog the machine with the handheld keypad, which is really easy to use, and I just move it over and get it close to the center of this, and then with just one button, now it's automatically dropping down and will automatically sense and pull up. Now my Z setting has been set, saved, stored, and I'm ready to cut. That simple. Now it's really simple. Our file's loaded. We just hit the play button right here, and the file will start. So we're going to show you right now how quickly we can change tools with this custom setup we have on our HD-II tabletop. Just going to raise it up a little bit to give us a little bit of room here. And then this, I'm just going to use my Allen T, drop that out. And here's my 1/8 inch drill. That's the next in the program. Slide that all the way in. Use my T-handle, tighten that up. And since we've already used a drop gauge and measured these all out to be the same exact length, I don't even have to set a new Z. I can just go right into the program and hit start. And I'll do that now. I'm going to go into USB files. I'm going to get the 1/8 inch drill and play. And that's all there is to it. It's that quick. Okay, now the last step is to cut these parts. Now this, we had to get a little creative. See, this particular hole we're going to use for an entry hole. This is part of the design. This is going to help us ramp into this harder material more easily. And then also to hold this down, we're using this custom clamp setup. Just a piece of aluminum tooling plate, and then these custom clamps we made in-house to help hold this material down. We tried it with a vacuum and using a spoil board. It just wasn't strong enough. So what we're doing is we're clamping the whole piece down, and then we're not cutting the part completely out. We're leaving a small tab that we're actually cutting off in a second operation later. But we'll go ahead and run this now, and you can see how this works. I'm just going to hit start. And go into that hole and then start feeding in. Right there, that's that little tab that we're keeping, and that's going to hold the whole part in place, keep it from moving around, and then we're going to start the next one. And we're using the Onsrud 64-012, that's the router bit, designed with a single edge O-flute, and this actually has a downcut spiral. So that's helping us hold this part down on this material, and that's key. I tried a couple of other tools, this wasn't quite working, but this actually puts downward force on the material as it cuts and really helps us in holding this difficult to hold piece. Here's a quick look at the finished product. Go ahead and zoom in here. You can see it's held on by that tab at the top, which we're going to take off in a secondary process. But the two different size holes were drilled, the part was cut out on the perimeter, and everything held down really nicely. So these parts came out really well. And in fact, even with our fixture, no vacuum, no tape, no glue, we were still able to hold plus or minus 0.002, 2/1000ths of an inch. The print for this particular job called out plus or minus 5/1000ths, which is pretty typical in the industry. So this machine is set up well within the tolerances we need it to be, and just performed, actually beyond our expectation. So very happy with our new Techno HD-II Tabletop CNC Router, now on display in our Northern California showroom.
So you might be wondering how we're holding these down. Well, you can see our familiar clamps in the background. That's actually holding that MDF backer and our plastic to the table. But we don't have any other holding power that's holding the actual parts as we're cutting them. Now that interior piece you just saw fly out, that's scrap, so we don't care about that. But it's the rest of this part that we don't want to move, and if we have any movement, it's going to affect our finish quality as well. So what I did in this particular application is we left a small skin and left that intact on these parts, usually about 5 to 10 thousandths or so, maybe a little thicker, and we can actually break that off by hand and put a little sanding on the edge if we need to in order to get a good clean edge. But that's going to help us out tremendously in holding this part down, keeping it to the table, and keeping our high quality finish on the edges.
Now we're going to do a quick tool change. Put in the new tool and simply hit our auto touch off. And it's done. We're ready to go.
As usual, we use EnRoute6 CAD/CAM software for all the programming done in this video. If you want to start your own subscription, please use the link here on screen. I'll also include the link in the description below, and that really helps me out.
Okay, and here we have the finished product. This is the last one I did. Just came off the CNC. And on this last one, I decreased the thickness of the skin. So if we set this over here for a minute, and we look, that's just barely a little bit of skin on there that just flakes off. And so just enough to hold the part was the goal, and we accomplished that. So we haven't taken this to any other secondary operation. We haven't sanded it, we haven't polished it. This is just straight off the machine. And I'll move around a little bit. You can see really nice finish inside and out. Lift this up a little bit, see if we can get the best angle on that. There we go. And the accuracy is very impressive. This wall, where we've got this little trough machined in, the wall itself is only 20 thousandths thick. Now we're just helping a customer develop a prototype, and I think they're going to thicken that up. But just amazing how that turned out and how smooth and accurate this machine cuts. And now for the final test. This is a type of gasket for something. So we actually machined that in just for this gasket. We press that in there, and that's a perfect fit. And now we can kind of see how that looks. That's really nice. And all that was done on the HD-II tabletop Techno CNC Router using our EnRoute software. Okay, one last video clip for you. Again, showing the versatility of this machine. We're creating all these little grooves in these 3 slats of wood that we're holding down with our custom hold down device. And it just shows you how typically this would be very difficult to do on a standard flat table CNC router. But with the right tooling and the right technique, we can get anything done. And these are going to be used for window louvers later, with framed out and slats added. But again, just a quick video to show you some versatility on this machine. Thanks for taking a look at the HD-II 2136 tabletop CNC router. Again, it has that 7.5-inch gantry clearance, precision ball screw on all 3 axes, the 2 horsepower HSD spindle, the vacuum T-slot combo table, automatic tool calibration pad. Please schedule a demo today.